OU students on strike. We have team coverage of the sit-in, Oklahoma voters headed to the polls soon, and new warnings about the coronavirus. OU Nightly starts now. You are looking live at our top story, OU students taking part in a hunger strike and sit-in on Evans Hall on campus. Thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Taylor Wynn.
And I'm Cal Day. Students arrived early this morning and say this won't end until their demands are met. Now, this sit-in comes just days after a history professor used a racial slur during a lecture. The second time this has happened in as many weeks. OU's Black Emergency Response Team held a news conference on campus Tuesday saying they're tired of these incidents happening and not seeing action from the university. Now, the group first formed in January of 2019, holding a rally after a series of racist incidents on and around campus, including several cases of blackface videos made by students that were posted on social media. Now, we spoke with a member of the Burt after Gaylord Professor Peter Gade used the N-word earlier this month in the classroom when making a comparison to the expression, "Okay, boomer."
So my question is, what are you doing so that the person next to me, after me, should I say, doesn't have to feel the same way? I should not have to hear about another Janae Reeves, who is a wonderful student, who is well-equipped, and other Black Gaylord students having to experience the same thing as I've heard alumni have to deal with in 2015. It is 2020. That's 5 years difference that change was not made.
And Burt members say the frustration has just continued to grow since that day, and this sit-in and strike are meant to move the university leaders to take further action.
And right now, we know the numbers of students taking part or showing support for this movement is only growing. OU Nightly's Nicole Nielsen is live at Evans Hall right now. Nicole.
Taylor, since I got here at 9 a.m., the amount of kids in this building has nearly tripled, and students have blankets and food, and they're getting prepared to stay.
Of administration promising. They're tired of the administration promising and apologizing. What about action? Why in the world have we not used one of the procedures in either the faculty handbook or the student code to handle the grievances the students have about an offensive word?
The university has spoken up about this strike. Their statement is that the university has received Burt's list of demands and is comparing it with OU's diversity, equity, and inclusion plan efforts to date and the action items the university is actively working to implement.
I would hazard a guess, and I do not know this, I would hazard a guess that most faculty and staff have not read their handbooks to see what they indeed must do, what they're obligated to do, and what the consequences are if they do not do them. I see us in chaos here.
Chloe Sparks, OU Nightly.
Now, I just heard from Dr. George Henderson, but here's a little background on what's been going on this morning.
Protest. People power. After protest.
We are tired of promises with no action.
After protest. But this one was different. The university has heard the Black Emergency Response Team's cries for help over the past few months, so today they went silent, announcing a hunger strike taking place inside Evans Hall. The group even posted a list of demands on Twitter and insisted that the strike will continue until Provost Kyle Harper resigns, mandatory equity training is instilled for all faculty, the university shifts the one-time diversity training to a semester-long class, and OU creates a new multicultural center. The theme of the protest, as stated by Burt's co-director Miles Francisco, was to meet our demands or starve us of our freedom. Burt has taken to Twitter today instead of speaking with the media, asking students to email and call President Harrows and Provost Harper in support of the Black community. Both of those numbers have now been disconnected. All the tweets and signs use the hashtag #TheHateYouHire, referring to the two teachers at OU who have used racial slurs in the past 2 weeks. But right now, the group is just hoping that actions speak louder than words.
Now, Bert tweeted out a little while ago that some of the students inside here are from OSU who are joining in on this strike. But the question on everyone's mind is, how late are these students going to stay, especially when the doors would normally lock tonight? Are they going to try to stay late into the evening? Are they going to come back in the morning? I did hear a student say on the phone to his roommate that he might not be coming back tonight, so it might be a late night here at Evans Hall for some of these students. We're going to have continued coverage on our Facebook at OU Nightly, so stay tuned later on in the newscast. For now, we're live in front of Evans Hall. Nicole Nielsen, OU Nightly.
All right, thanks, Nicole. We're looking forward to it. Well, after contacting multiple sources, we received no other response to our questions about action to be taken by the university. We will keep an eye on the situation as it continues to develop and give you an update later on in the newscast.
And now new concerns about the case of coronavirus in the U.S. Sinclaire Jacobs has that story from the News Center and more. Sinclaire?
Thanks, Taylor. With 57 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in the U.S., the Trump administration is on the defensive regarding how it's handling the growing health crisis. The stock market is declining and investors' concerns are growing. And while the president downplayed the virus at first, he is now reportedly considering additional travel restrictions. After a briefing with top aides, the administration announced a national presidential address tonight at 5:30 local time. And after decades of disputes over territory and grievances, the coronavirus has merged two former enemies. Japan and China have been working together in wake of the coronavirus. As China battles the virus that has killed more than 2,700 people, Japan has been offering aid and supplies. The Japan Youth Development Association is filling boxes with masks and thermometers to help with the prevention efforts in China. According to a Japanese nonprofit survey, the relationship of the two countries has increased by 40%. And New York, among other states, has announced plans to sue the Trump administration. According to a federal court today appeal, the Trump administration is able to withhold federal money from 7 states over their cooperation on immigration enforcement. The federal ruling comes amid an ongoing feud between the Trump administration and sanctuary cities, which limit the local law enforcement and federal immigration authorities. The Department of Homeland Security has stopped allowing new residents from enrolling in trusted traveler programs due to them supporting undocumented immigrants. And Taylor, a former white supremacist leader from Texas, was arrested for harassing a university in Virginia, one of Trump's cabinet officials, and journalists. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sinclaire. And today has been filled with sunshine and just a few of clouds here and there.
Yeah, don't let the sunshine deceive you, though. It's still been pretty cold outside. And Hannah has a first look at our forecast this afternoon. Hannah?
Yeah, Cal, you said it. It looks beautiful out there, but you cannot be deceived by all of this sunshine because it is still feeling a little bit on the chillier side. 39 degrees out there. We have winds out of the northwest at 17 miles per hour, so that is bringing in some nice cold air, making it feel even colder than that temperature. So it's feeling like 31 in Norman, 32 in Oklahoma City, so feeling a lot colder than the temperature reading that you might see on your phone. So coming up, we do have a chilly night ahead, but there are warmer temperatures coming your way. And will that bring a rain chance? Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Well, a place notorious for the amount of snow they receive each winter is now importing more for a special reason. Coming up, find out why this New York town is getting a makeover fit for Hollywood.
Plus, early voting is starting soon for the Sooner State. Coming up when you can head to the polls.
Welcome back. Oklahomans can begin heading to the polls tomorrow as early voting gets underway ahead of Tuesday's Election Day. Democratic voters in the Sooner State will choose from a big field of candidates in the presidential primary, including Mike Bloomberg. He'll be speaking in downtown Oklahoma City tomorrow afternoon. Now, booths will be open Thursday and Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. ahead of Tuesday's big Election Day.
Some Oklahomans saw some snow in the last 24 hours, but some places are struggling to get the white stuff when they need it most. Martin Lowrimore has more with this week's Earth Report.
Thanks, Taylor. Buffalo, New York is known for its mass amounts of lake effect snow every winter. This year, though, it's been sorely lacking. The movie Nightmare Alley is filming a winter scene, and crews are having to bring in both real and fake snow just to make it look like winter again. Director Guillermo del Toro has crews shoveling snow from a church parking lot on the east side of the city to collect enough snow for the white scene. The upcoming thriller is based on the novel starting the production this month. Mars is not known for any kind of activity, at least not yet anyways. A probe on the red planet is detecting earthquakes on Mars, dubbed as Marsquakes. NASA's InSight probe has been on Mars since 2018 and has been registered over 450 Marsquakes since its landing 2 years ago. The data of the probe has changed the views of the astronomers of Mars from a dead, lifeless planet to a seismically active planet with changing landscape. And while it may not be as active as our own planet, it brings the Mars to a new light as we plan to eventually visit the red planet. Taylor, back to you.
Thanks, Martin. And it's the first day of a religious holiday. Coming up, find out how Ash Wednesday got its name.
Plus, chilly temperatures today, but Hannah is tracking a warm-up in her extended forecast.
Stay tuned. You are definitely going to want to see the 7-day. I think you're going to like it.
And we continue to follow the student sit-in and hunger strike at Evans Hall here on campus.
Coming up, we have a live update and live video when OU Nightly continues.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Hannah Scholl with your weather for today. Looking outside, we have lots of sunshine, some scattered clouds, so partly cloudy skies, but don't be deceived by all that sunshine. It is feeling a little bit on the chillier side. 41 degrees in Oklahoma City right now, 41 in Norman. A lot of 41s actually throughout the board, but it is going to be warming up, but not tonight. We are still going to be on the chilly side tonight. 33 to start off your night at 8 p.m., and we are cooling to the high 20s. Lows across the state are going to generally be in the mid to high 20s, so it is going to be feeling very cold out there. 26 for your low in Norman, 25 in Oklahoma City, 26 in Elk City, and 22 in Guyman. So feeling extra chilly for you out in the Panhandle. But tomorrow is when we start our warm-up. Those chilly temperatures are still going to be around when you wake up in the morning, so don't hop out of bed and think that it's going to be 60 degrees, because it's not. It's going to start off the day at 30 degrees and then warming up quickly because we have lots of sunshine. We also have winds out of the southwest, bringing up a lot of warm air that will warm us up nicely to almost 60 degrees by your afternoon. So for your highs tomorrow across the state, 58 in Oklahoma City, 57 in Woodward, 56 in McAllister, 57 in Muskogee. So in general, tonight is the end of cold temperatures, at least for the rest of this week. So breezy and beautiful for your day tomorrow. Again, we have those winds out of the southwest. That's going to be warming us up very nicely, and that's going to kickstart the warm up that goes into the weekend. So we have some weekend warmth coming our way. Take a look at your Saturday and Sunday forecasted temperatures. 66 degrees on Saturday, 68 on Sunday. Some places in the state are definitely going to be seeing some 70-degree readings for your Sunday. Those warm temperatures stay into early next week, but then you do have a chance for some precipitation moving in for your Monday night and into your Tuesday as well. But we are generally seeing a lot of 60-degree readings on that 7-day forecast, and I'm very happy about it. And also all those golden balls of sunshine.
I love to see it. I'll take the 60s and 70s in February and March anytime.
Oh yeah, me too.
Absolutely. Thanks, Hannah. And today marks the first day of Lent in the Christian church. It's Ash Wednesday. Churchgoers flock to church services throughout the day to celebrate and get their ashes. The name comes from the burning of ashes from Palm Sunday and putting them on churchgoers' foreheads in the shape of a cross. The period of time in the church also serves as preparation for Easter. Christians participate in Ash Wednesday to observe the death of Jesus on the cross and celebrate his resurrection on Easter Day.
Well, it's been the talk of the sports world today, the must-see matchup between LeBron and Zion that happened last night.
That's right. Abbi Bennett has a full recap of the meeting between the present and maybe the future of the NBA.
That's right, guys. Plus, men's hoops took down the ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders last night. Stick around because sports is next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Abbi Bennett, and it's time for sports. In a critical conference game last night, the Sooners showed out at their home away from home in OKC and took down number 22 Texas Tech. The Sooners are still on the NCAA tournament bubble, but this win was critical for their chances. It's obvious that the peak for the Sooners, they are undefeated there. They came in comfortable and confident last night against Tech, and this team did not wait to spark until the second half. They set the tone early on with the help of junior Austin Reeves, and they held the Raiders to a season-low 51 points. Christian Doodle spoke about what the Sooners needed to focus on as they close out the regular season.
More urgency and more, readiness and, attention to detail is something that will be heightened as we go forward, especially, after this, you saw the way that we played this game. I felt like, especially after the Bedlam game, we knew that we needed to bounce back, and just have to keep going after this.
Now for the women's hoops, the Sooners look to snap a 4-game losing streak tonight against Kansas. The last time OU played the Jayhawks, the Sooners completed the second largest comeback in program history. Freshman Gabby Gregory is coming off a career-high 30 points against Baylor. She is the only Big 12 freshman to hit that mark this season. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. at the LNC. And sticking with hoops, the OKC Thunder broke a team record with their 9th straight road win in Chicago last night. The Thunder built a 24-point lead in the second quarter, but watched it slip away in the third. They managed to hang on for a 2-point win. Next up, Thunder will host the Sacramento Kings tomorrow night in OKC. And despite that nail-biter in Chicago, most NBA fans had their attention on Los Angeles. LeBron and the Lakers hosted Zion Williamson and the Pelicans in the much-anticipated first matchup between the two superstars. LA got the win, but New Orleans gets another shot this Sunday. And for the second straight week, the Houston Astros take home our Whiner of the Week award. We honored owner Jim Crane because he lied to us and everyone else too.
Our opinion is, that this didn't impact the game. I didn't say it didn't impact the game.
That's right. He said it didn't, then he said he didn't say it didn't. He definitely didn't teach his players to lie any better than he did. So then while making his spring training debut, Jose Altuve got booed. We just played it for you. But after the game, Altuve said he didn't hear any boos, and his teammates backed him up. Will they ever learn? I mean, guys, we might as well just give this to the Astros.
I know, Jim Crane can't stay out of our newscast. It seems like
I
every
know.
Thursday we
2
got
weeks in a row.
The music and everything every week.
I know.
That's awesome. Thanks, Abby.
Thanks, Abby. And today, and one of the greatest debates of the 21st century, is it finally being solved?
Oh, I can't wait to find out why special edition peanut butter jars are putting a lid on this decade-long debate.
Also, we're still live at Evans Hall where OU students are holding a sit-in and some are taking part in a hunger strike.
We'll have a live update on the students' demands and if there's been any response from the university. That's coming up.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. Right now we're live outside of Evans Hall where inside this Burt rally has been going on all day. We're going to take a live look inside where you can see that students are eating dinner. There's blankets. It doesn't look like there's any plans right now to leave the building. We are being told that there is going to be an announcement at 5. We're not sure what that is going to be yet. However, we're going to have that continued coverage on our Facebook at OU Nightly. So make sure that you stay tuned and we will update you with everything that we know. For now, we're live outside of Evans Hall. Nicole Nielsen, OU Nightly.
Thank you, Nicole. And Jif Peanut Butter appears to be in the middle of an identity crisis. The brand traditionally is pronounced with a hard G, but some people often mispronounce it as GIF.
Now, Jif is teaming up with Giphy, as you can see there, the GIF, and that's the search engine to find out how to pronounce this the right way. I guess you can say it either way, GIF or JIF. Those are the two different spellings. Now, this has got to be one of the oldest ways to pronounce it. This has been going on since these things started appearing. Is it GIF or JIF?
Which do you
People
say?
still ask it. I say GIF.
I say GIF. Yeah. Well, apparently, though, the creator, Steve Wilhite, said that in 2013 that it's actually GIF.
Well, now I don't know how to pronounce my peanut butter, so we have all kinds of prices going on.
I'm just calling it GIF. I don't care.
But one thing that we won't be debating is the nice temperatures that are in store coming up later on this week.
Yes, you need to start making some weekend plans to get out of the house, because look at your 7-day. It is looking very sunny starting tomorrow all the way through Sunday. So we have 60-degree temperatures starting on Friday. We warm up almost to the 70s by Sunday. We don't see another frontal passage until early next week. So we're going to be experiencing a lot of sunshine, not so much clouds, not so much rain, and you don't even need to get that umbrella till early next week.
Well, it seems like weekends have been so nice this early on this winter, especially not getting much snow, which I don't like the snow, so that's not really a big problem for me.
I love the snow.
Really?
Yes.
Same.
Well, I guess some parts of the state did get snow, I guess, last night.
Yeah, I went outside last night and I was like, oh my gosh, it's snowing, please stick.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for tornado season.
Oh, it's coming up before you know it. Well, thank you for watching this Wednesday edition of OU Nightly.
Be sure to tune in every weekday live at 4:30.
We leave you tonight with pictures from Evans Hall, where students there are still doing that sit-in. Stay with us on our social media platforms for updates as the story continues to develop. Good night.